And welcome back. So the first part, we started drawing the rambler using 2-point perspective. And for this part, what I think we're going to do is we're going to start towards the top of the rambler and kind of work our way down. Starting drawing in the roof. Then after the roof, we'll get a couple windows, a garage door, some steps coming to the main entrance, and then the sidewalk and the driveway itself. So the first thing we're going to do now is looking at your roof. What we're going to do is we're going to make an overhang. If you go outside or look outside at any house, shed, building, most of them have an overhang. That way, when you open up your window, you got rain's not falling in. It keeps the weather out. It keeps water damage from happening. So you have a slight overhang. They'll come over they will extend your roof so it doesn't come straight down right into the windows itself. So what I'm going to do to make my overhang is I'm going to make an extension right here. And the way to make that extension is I'll match my ruler up to the vanishing point on the right and match up with that line. And I'm going to draw a little line right there. So I made a little extension right here for where I'm going to have my extension where my roof is going to come out a little bit. So I'm going to do the same thing then for making a little extension right here over where my garage is. And I'll match my ruler to the vanishing point on the left. And I'll draw a little line coming straight out. I have a line right here. So I have a line extending the roof over where the garage is, and then extending the roof where I'm going to have the main part of the rambler, the living part of the rambler. Now, these next couple lines don't go to the vanishing point or don't go straight up and down. 95% of the lines all go straight up and down or to the vanishing point. These next two will not. These next ones are going to go parallel to the slope of the roof. So if I have my ruler right here, and you see the slope of the roof right here, this line slope, I'm having my my ruler is going parallel to this line. And I'll draw a line comes straight up and down. It's going parallel to that line. And I'll do the same thing with this my ruler, matching up to the edge, and I'm going to go parallel to this line right here, the slope of the roof coming towards you, and my line's going parallel, and I'll have the line come straight down as well. Then I can match my ruler to the vanishing point on the right, and I'll draw a little line for the back part of the roof. And then for the front part of the roof, I will do the same thing where I'll have my ruler goes matching up to the vanishing point on the right. And I'll just extend this line all the way to where the garage comes out. So from the bottom of that roof, where the garage comes out. And then you can go ahead and you can erase the lines on the inside of where the roof is, because you don't really need those anymore. So you have the overhang of the roof. And I'm going to do the exact same thing over the garage, where I have my overhang, and I'm making a line, the line for where the extension is, of where the roof comes out, but the line's going to go parallel to the slope of the roof. And then I'll do the same thing. We'll take the corner peak, and I'll draw a line. My line will go parallel to the slope of the roof, the ones coming towards you. And then you can match your ruler to the vanishing point on the left, and to the where the roof came out, and drawing a little line right there to the vanishing point on the left. And then I'll do the same thing where I have where my line came out to the vanishing point on the left, and I'll draw a line that go all the way to where the line is for the overhang, and then you can go through and erase the lines in there. So now you have an overhang for the roof itself. Next, I'm gonna throw a chimney on this rambler. You can, I'm gonna throw it right here. You can put it, wherever you want, but I'll show you how to do it. So for chimney, however you say it, I'm gonna start out by having a line go up and down to where I'm gonna have it. I'll have it like kind of by this wall over here. So I have like a line going straight up and down. And that's where I'm going to have my chimney come out. Now, the top of that line is going to match up to the vanishing point on the left. And it's going to match up to the vanishing point on the right. The bottom is going to match up to the vanishing point on the right. And then you can draw a line straight up and down. But right here, instead of the bottom going to the vanishing point on the left, this line right here is going to go parallel to the slope of the roof. So it's going parallel to this line right here. Then you can draw a line straight up and down for the back part of the chimney. Then you can erase the line on the inside. So now you have your chimney. Now for your brick, if you want to have this be a brick chimney, the way that you go about doing that is very similar to the siding, where you're going to go through and you're going to match your ruler to the vanishing point on the left. And as you can see, I have my ruler all the lines going to the vanishing point on the left. Then I'll take my ruler and match it, put it on the vanishing point on the right, and I'll draw lines going right to the vanishing point on the right. Right where the line hits the side of the chimney, matching everything up to the vanishing point on the right. So you have your different layers of where your brick's going to be. Now for the bricks themselves, what you do is you're straight up and down, but they'll be staggered. So, example, I'll have a line going straight up and down here. Then I'll have a line going up and down here. And keeping them staggered so it looks like it's brick. Lines going straight up and down. And do the same thing on this side where you have them staggered. Keeping the lines going straight up and down. So that's your chimney. Now, if you want to make it look like it's a little bit older style chimney, what you can do is you can go through and you can darken the lines in between where you have the moat in between the bricks. And if you darken those, that kind of gives it a little bit of text. You give it a little bit more texture, makes them look like they're a little older bricks, where you're kind of coming in right where the bricks kind of meet. It's kind of darkening the lines a little bit of the moat in between. And then you can go through and you can add a little bit of texture. Very like light, kind of like little jagged things, and then it kind of looks, you know, like it's an older style, older bricks. Or you can leave it with, you know, straight lines and have it be kind of a newer chimney. It's up to you. So you have your roof, your overhang. You got your chimney. The last part of the roof is if you want to do some shingles. So for the shingles, you're going to go through, and it's again very similar to how we did the siding and how we did the lines for the motor on the chimney. Is you match your ruler. So I got my ruler going to the vanishing point on the right. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make different layers of lines, and these layers for the layers of the shingles. Again, keeping my ruler on the vanishing point on the right. And I'll do one more set. And then you can do the same thing on the garage. And you're matching your ruler up to the garage, but you're going to the vanishing point on the left. So all these ones with the vanishing point on the right, all the ones above the garage will go to the vanishing point on the left. And the last one. Okay, so for the shingles themselves, the shingles are going to go be staggered like the chimney, but instead of going straight up and down, they're going to go the same direction as the slope of the roof itself. So I have my ruler and one parallel to the slope of the roof, and then every other line draw a line going, make it all staggered for your shingles. So it's all going parallel to the slope of the roof, but they're staggered lines. And you have your staggered shingles for your roof. And then continue going with your staggered lines all the way from the edge all the way to where the over the garage is going to be. You do the same thing if you're doing shingles over where your garage is, but instead of going to the instead you're going to be parallel, but it's going to be parallel to the line on the garage. So if you got here, you have the line, the slope on the garage, you got your line going parallel to that, and you're going to do the same thing, staggered every other row. All the way up and down. For your shingles all the way across. You kind of get the idea. So that's how you would do your shingles. Let's talk about how we would do. Go through here. Diagonal lines. All going diagonal, the same slope. And then diagonal lines, same slope. Lines will be a little bit closer together the further they get away from you, and then they'll be a little bit further apart the closer they are to you. All the way up and down the roof. Now, if you want to do a different style roof, you can, but you should have something on your roof. I don't know if it's gonna be snow. Maybe do a tin roof. If you don't want to do shingles, you don't have to do shingles. It's your house, but I want to make sure you at least know how to do shingles. All parallel. To the slope of the roof. Like so. So let's talk about the next part here. Let's do some. Let's do some doors and windows. So for the doors and windows, I'll start out by doing the garage here. And for the garage, all you're going to do is you're going to draw lines straight up and down, and then lines to the vanishing point. So I'll start here. I'll have the garage door. I'm going to do a line strip and down where I'm going to have the edge of my garage door. And then I'll have a line for the top of the garage door going to the vanishing point on the left. I'm on the right. Vanishing point on the right. And do the same thing, line going straight up and down. Then you have, again, line strip and down for the sides, and then line matching the vanishing point for the top. And you can erase the lines in the middle for the siding. For your garage door. Now, most garages, I think everyone I've seen this has some trim on it. So in order to way to do trim is what you're going to do is you're going to do the same is right where you have your lines. You're going to do a line going straight up and down on the inside. A line matching the vanishing point on the inside You make some trim right around the side of your garage. So you have some trim right around the side of your garage door. And then garages usually fold up. So you're going to see some folds. You're going to match your ruler up to the vanishing point on the right. And it's not going to be nearly as many lines as the siding, but you're going to have lines. I'll do like 5 lines or so go on to the vanishing point on the right. That way it can fold up, 4 or 5 lines. So you have your garage door. Then with your garage door, then the next part is if you want to do a driveway. For your driveway, pretty easy. All you do is you match your ruler to the vanishing point on the left, and then where you have the edge of your garage door, got my ruler to the vanishing point on the left, and I'll just extend a line to the vanishing point on the left. So the edge of your garage door, or the edge of where your garage door hits the ground, match it to the vanishing point on the left, and you extend the line. And if you have, depending on what kind of driveway you have, but usually get some lines in the driveway, and all the lines then match up to the vanishing point on the right. So you have your driveway, got your garage door, and it's a good place. You know what? I think this is a good place to stop right here. That ends session 2. Session 3, I think we're going to come back and we're going to do some windows, a door, and some steps to finish the main part of the Rambler. Then session 4, we'll come back and we'll do some shading and some landscapes. So we'll see you next time.